We are the painters of our world. We are creators.
Welcome to the Educate.Elevate.podcast. I'm your host, Danny Morrison. In today's episode, we're going to explore something you may not know about your local California community college, and with 116 community colleges across the state, nearly all of us have one close by. Now, when you think about college, it's easy to think we're only talking about traditional classrooms and textbooks. But the truth is, for today's community college students, there is a whole other world of career training opportunities designed specifically to help them turn their passions into careers. And don't confuse this with some of the promises you hear from for-profit universities. Those institutions often say they can help you land the job of your dreams. But often, they leave our Black students of all ages with nothing but student loans to repay. But at California's community colleges, career education programs offer real-life, hands-on training that prepares you and helps you fast-track your way to a good-paying career. Some of these jobs even provide six-figure salaries from day one. In fact, there are more than 200 career education programs offered at California's community colleges. And did you know community colleges are the largest provider of workforce training in California? That means more people gain the career skills they need to succeed at a California community college than anywhere else in the state. Now, let's talk about some of these exciting career paths. For example, California's community colleges offer a variety of career training programs focused on climate recovery. With the Energy Systems Career Education Program, you can learn how to protect and manage the energy that keeps our world moving. Or you can help our communities use water in sustainable ways with the Smart Irrigation Program. Or develop a career that harnesses the power of the sun to make our world a better place by taking the Solar Energy Technology Career Education Program. Whatever your interest, there's a pathway for you. Or maybe you're looking to make a difference in our world in other ways. Jobs like firefighting, nursing, emergency medical services, and other healthcare fields, they're the backbone of our communities. And the demand for people to fill these jobs, especially in medical fields, is higher than ever. Fortunately, career education degrees and certificates from your local community college can help you get the hands-on training you need to land your dream career close to home. In some fields, you can get a career education short-term certificate in 2 years or less. Some of you may even be interested in owning your own business and being your own boss someday. Well, one of the best ways to do just that is by developing the skills you need through the Career Education Program. And here's the best part. Did you know that earning a degree or certificate from a California community college nearly doubles your earnings within 3 years? It's not just about getting an education. It's about unlocking real opportunities to change your life today, while also changing your future forever. But don't just take my word for it. Instead, let's get right to our first guest.
We are creators.
Our first guest is Dr. Sasha Knox. Dr. Knox is the Dean of the Strong Workforce Program at San Diego City College, and as you'll hear, she is uniquely dedicated to helping students reach their full potential by connecting them to the careers they love. Dr. Knox, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about your background. What is your personal story, and how did you land at San Diego City College?
Well, my personal story we don't have enough time for.
Yeah, I bet.
But I am first generation college student, first generation career professional in my family. I tease to, I'm from Southeast San Diego, so I tease to say if the poverty line is here, we live somewhere about here. So I had the unique privilege of just having some individuals kind of wrap around me and understand that I did have talents. I was a nerd, quite frankly, and I was okay with being a nerd in a world that told me to be a ball player. And so I had some career professionals, some industry professionals, some teachers that really poured into me and allowed me to reach my full nerd potentials.
I know you're passionate about career education and strong workforce development as well. Why are these topics so important to you?
My biggest goal is to like make sure that all people reach their fullest potential. And that's a tall glass to order, right? But it really, for me, means that each and every individual has unique gifts, and we're just here to help them foster what that means for them. Each individual has a passion, has an interest, and that relates to the world of work. And it's really cool for me to be able to see you in your rarest form to say, like, I just like drawing. Okay, but what does drawing really mean? Is that graphic design? Is that architecture? Is that an engineer? Whatever that might uniquely be to you, and then connect that to the world of work. So it's really important to me to help people start moving from kind of surviving to thriving, and doing so with bread in their pocket. Because we can have all conversations about interests all day long, but if I'm a starving artist, I'm not going to want to talk to you
right.
about what my next steps are. I just need to eat. So it's really, for me, like moving individuals from that poverty to middle class, because I know what that does for individuals, but also just helping people truly reach their fullest potential.
So why is career education such an important topic for Black students today?
I grew up, like I said, in Southeast San Diego, right, which is the urban, rugged, more tough part of San Diego. When you go into these classrooms and ask students what they want to be, they're going to tell you the same 5 professions, right? I'm going to be a ball player. I'm going to be a musician. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a lawyer. And if they're being real honest with us, they might tell us they want me to be a drug dealer, right? And unfortunately, that's what success looks like for them. That's what gets emulated for them. Those are the 5 kind of nuance and opinions that we get, but we don't talk about everything else in between. We don't have enough conversations of here's the world of work and here's where you fit in. Instead of kind of exploding this box of there's these 5 distinct things. You're good with your hands, so you got to do this. You're good with this, so you got to do that. Instead, we really expand what that palette looks like and allow them the self-selection to be put where they want to be in that world of work.
Now, I know that the career education programs at California's community colleges are supported by partnerships with area businesses and industry partners. Why is this so important for students?
The baseline of why it's important is that you got to make money, right? There's got to be an end game. I can come in and tell you and excite you about the world of work all day long, but if you go home and there is no food on the table, then we're not meeting your basic needs. And at the end of the day, this is going to be a forgotten thought. California needs skilled labor workers in a plethora of industries, and that's what we're here to meet the demand and fill. So when we have industry partners come and sit at the table with us, help us guide curriculum, help us make industry decisions, help us inform us of where we should go, right? It allows for these fruitful partnerships to create these well-rounded students to give back into the workforce, which is where we want to see them succeed.
Are there any jobs that you know of that are in high demand?
There are a lot, and for a plethora of different reasons. So in research, they'll tell us because of the Great Resignation or because of the baby boomers leaving our workforce, there are a lot of industries that are just in critical need of skilled workers. This is our nursing. This is our firefighters. This is our healthcare industry overall. So whenever we say healthcare, we always automatically think about nurses, but there are healthcare administrators, right? Individuals that work behind the scenes. There are paralegals. Our childcare crisis is immense in California. Our forestry and firefighters, our sustainability these are all key industries that are suffering. So there is a great need in California. If you are sitting at home wondering, is there a place for me? The answer is absolutely yes. And California community colleges are the answer to that test, right? I did a lot of research and I do a lot of studies and read a lot of information about how can California community colleges really answer the call. And it's because of our holistic, well-rounded services that we provide that nurture that well-being of the student. And so you can come to a California community college. I mean, the opportunities truly are endless.
How can career education help someone who dreams of starting their own business someday?
That's a great question. When we talk about entrepreneurs, there's a lot of different avenues that individuals can take. I think our campuses offer opportunities like think tanks to flush out ideas or giving the individual steps steps to actually opening your own business. And we don't talk enough about, in the game of entrepreneurship, it's a dog-eat-dog world, particularly for those. So you don't always get the mentorship, advice, information that you need to be successful, but all of that is housed within our faculty in our classrooms. And I think that alone, particularly for our students of color, to think about, I can be my own boss today. I can wake up and do whatever it is that I love and earn an income and support my family and get the tools to be successful in that. I think it's really a game changer.
Many people are watching and listening and wondering if it's worth it for them to return to college to complete their degree or to retrain for a brand new career. Many of them are probably hesitant. What would you say to them about the value of a career education?
I think the opportunities are endless. Same for students who are just thinking, maybe, I'm an adult learner and I missed the boat. I don't think that the boat ever stops rocking for career education or education overall. I always tease that it's something that no one can ever take from you. The knowledge that you earn, the information that you have, it's not anything that anyone can take away from you, but your earning power is truly endless. And so if you are thinking about it, if you're contemplating it, just put your pinky toe in the water, see what one class will do, then build that next time from the 1 class to the 2 class, and then keep going. And I think once you get to the end, you'll see that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And once you're at the end, you're going to see those immediate rewards for sure.
Back in our neighborhoods, there's a misconception that there's certain jobs that you need to go to a certain school, usually a for-profit school, to learn how to learn those trades. We see the commercials on TV all throughout the daytime.
Yeah.
But I understand that that's not necessarily the only place that you can learn how to learn those trades. Is that true?
That's a really great question. And I think it's really important because there are a lot of spaces where there's just a lot of myths, a lot of places where students can stumble upon something with promises, right? And I can speak for experience. My uncle enrolled in a program that told him you can be a carpenter in 4 months. And unfortunately, that organization had to close their door. And none of his credits transferred anywhere. They didn't have any type of articulation agreement. And he ended up with over $130,000 in debt for a program that was supposed to promise him income within 4 months.
Wow.
And they had no employers ready to help them, right? No job placement coordinators to help make those industry demands or handshakes. And that's where our campuses really do fit the bill. And the difference is no debt. California community colleges are really unique in the spread of opportunities in career programs that students can go to. So let's talk about the numbers and the data.
Yes.
Because I did say that I was a nerd, right? So what I like to tell our students is programs like the Lineman, right? So that's working with an energy company. You come out in your first year, you can make $130,000. And you can do that with 3 to 4 classes working within a program at any one of our California community colleges lineman program.
Year 1?
Year 1.
Wow. Day
you graduate. Right. Same for our pipe fitters and apprenticeship pipe fitters, welding, which is huge in our state, dental hygienist. Right? All huge earning power, shorter class times, right? Because the thing that we don't talk about enough is that traditional school is not for everyone. When you participate in a career education program, you're a part of something much bigger. You get to be the direct influence of how California really gets to shine. I think the difference really when you're talking about California community colleges and career education and this thing that I keep coining the world of work, you're a part of something much bigger and you're a part of a guarantee, right, to be successful because California community colleges can contribute to the nation's truly world's largest work economy. We're supplying that high demand of skilled workers that we're able to give back.
Dr. Sasha Knox, thank you so much for your time and joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We are creators.
Our next guest is Kiana Kimbrough. Kiana has an amazing story and is using the career education program at her local community college to chase her dreams of one day having her own business. Kiana, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Before we dive in, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Louisiana, born and raised. I came from nowhere. I came from nothing. We struggled growing up. And I feel like I struggled my whole life. And, when I came out here to California, I was like, oh, there's opportunity out here in California, a lot of it. And we don't have that back home. Coming here, getting my high school diploma and coming here, I love it. And I didn't know my purpose at first. I would always stay at home and not working and depressed. And I didn't know my purpose. And now that I started City College, and I feel I found it. And I love coming here every single day. I love it. It's my happy place.
So I love your story. Sounds like you've been through it a little bit. Come from struggling circumstances back in Louisiana. There's people watching. There's people listening on podcasts right now, checking you out. Talk to them. Let them know where you've come from and what you're striving to achieve.
Even a little bit after I moved out here to California, I didn't think my life was going anywhere. I just thought once upon a time, I went into depression. And to even go a little bit more, I tried to take my life. And I did that twice in 1 year. And, my sister told me, she was like, if you take your life and you're not here, you won't be here when the good come, when God get ready to bless you. And then I thought about that. That really has stuck with me after she said that to me. And I was like, you know what, that's right. What am I doing? Why am I trying to end my life just because things aren't going the way I want them to go? And I just went into a deep depression, and I felt like at that time I was in a real, real dark place. But this time around, before I came to City College and before I started my program, I felt like things started looking up for me,
So why was the career education program the right route for you to take with your education?
Because I never had a career in anything. In anything. So this would be my first career that I'm passionate about and that I love doing and I see myself doing.
Tell me about your first day. You walked in class. Oh, look at you. See, you beaming again. I love that. Tell me about that.
Oh, my God. My first day, I just started off a little rough. I did start off a little rough.
Had to be intimidating.
It was. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get to stay, but thank God for the teacher. I love her so much, Miss Jones. She looked out. And, I was able to continue the class.
Sounds like you've got some great support from the staff there.
I do.
Do you feel like you're supported?
I do feel supported from the staff. They want to see us get ahead. They want to see us achieve our goals, so they want to help us accomplish what we want to do, our mission.
Now we have to talk about money.
Okay.
Is it affordable to go to a community college?
Yes, it is.
In what way?
Because there's a lot of different programs. There's a lot of different programs that will help you if you're serious. But there is a lot of different programs that would help you pay for your books, your classes, tuition.
What does that mean to get that financial assistance that you were looking for?
It's like, when you have a burden on your shoulder, you feel like you have a burden on your shoulder and it's been lifted. That's what that feels like to me.
Yeah.
That has been lifted. I'm just floating now. I can just come to school. I ain't got to worry about no tuition. I ain't got to worry about no books, my tools, what I need in class.
So it sounds like they just take it all. Any burden that you had when wanting to get an education or get a career going here with the colleges, it seems like they take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I know that you dream of not just having a career, but you actually owning your own business. What would that be like for you to finally say, I own my own business?
You're going to make me cry.
You take your time.
Well, first I have to say that I'm doing this for myself and also for my family because, like I said, we struggled. And owning my own business and having the keys in my hand and say, this is mine, that'll be the happiest moment. I feel like we still struggling, but not as much. But when that day come, I can say, well, this is mine. And we won't have to worry about struggling anymore. We won't have to worry about hardships, finances.
So what would you say to someone that may come from the same circumstances that you did, and they think it's too late to go to college, too late to own their own business? What would you say to that person?
Well, first I would say that it's never too late. It's never too late. If you have a dream and it's something that you really have a passion for or something that you really want to do, I would go for it. I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't second guess it. I would just do it. I would just do it.
So why is this so important to you?
Because I'm tired of... I always lived in a I can't box where I always would want to do something, but I wouldn't do it. I would say, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do this. I don't want to be that person that say that anymore. I would start something and would never finish it. I don't want to be that person no more neither. I want to be able to start this and see it through. That's why it's important to me. And when I started this journey, I always say to myself, I can do this. I don't have to worry about saying I can't. I don't never say that I can't no more. I always say I can. I'm an I can person now. That's who I see myself as. I can person, not a I can't. So anything is possible.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to be here to do this.
And now it's time for another musical performance on the Educate.Elevate podcast. And for this episode, we're doing a little something different. Ladies and gentlemen, this is spoken word artist Christopher Anderson with My People, Can You Feel Me?
My name is Christopher and I go by The Lost Poet. This is called What is Possible. Mind, body, and soul are all connected. Do your best to listen to them. Don't disrespect them. As we go through life being tossed and turned, strive to do your best despite the times you'll get burned. How do we react to adverse conditions? Do we shut down? Do we rebound? Do we quit the mission? Go cultivate your passion, acquire your vision. Don't act too hasty and make the wrong decision. When things go wrong, resist the urge to deflect. Choose to be humble. It will earn you respect. Don't be quick to point fingers when you miss perfection, because when you do, they'll be more pointed in another direction. Are we even killed? Take time to heal. Do we even understand the power that we wield? When we forge a path forward, be mindful to those whose souls are weary from already traveling those roads. Be able to succeed where others have failed. Have mentors and make sure others can follow your trail. Don't be afraid to look back, but don't live in the past. Every day is a step forward. Be resolute. Hold fast. Find your motivation. Utilize self-determination. Imagine yourself at the end getting a standing ovation. There are times when you get discouraged, when you feel defeated, when your energy is down and you feel depleted. Take into account not to count yourself out. Your victory is beyond the test. Concentrate on consistency again and again and again and again. See yourself through. Your future starts with you. Now be careful. You may not hear them, but others are watching you. They told me I couldn't make it. For me to be where I am today, achieve the impossible. Their expectations you can beat. Be just like the flower that breaks through the concrete. And when you've completed your task, you can put your hands in the air and say, I didn't do it by myself. The stage is big enough to share. Let it be resolved that we may say, don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today.
I'd like to thank our guests, Dr. Sasha Knox and Kiana Kimbrough, for being here today. California's community colleges are doing exciting things for the future of our community. As we heard here today, career education programs are making it easier than ever for students of all ages to get good paying jobs. So whether you're a student looking to take that first step toward your dream career or an employer seeking skilled, qualified talent, remember this: California's community colleges are where it all begins. If you want to learn more about the career education options at California's community colleges, you need to check out ICanGoToCollege.com. From there, click on Black and African American Student Success and you'll get a ton of great info on career education programs, financial aid opportunities, additional support services, and more. That's ICanGoToCollege.com. Until next time, take care of yourself. And remember that when you know where to start, nothing is impossible. Because to educate is to elevate.
We are the pain.